This is your Chicago Sports Report.
Good evening and welcome to our late night edition of the show. I'm John Morales. Adios, pelota.
Nice.
When it's all said and done, Northwestern's miraculous finish and victory in dramatic fashion may go down as one of the all-time greats. Now, this week's PGA Tour stop is in the Western Open in suburban Chicago. The Windy City has been his kind of place for Tiger Woods in recent years.
I did not think you were going to do that.
It was indeed an emotional senior day in East Lansing as the third-ranked Spartans were shooting to clinch a share of the Big Ten title. Michigan State would have to do it against Michigan, a team that they blew out by 27 points in their last meeting. Now, the Bears can't underestimate the wounded 0-10 Detroit Lions, who invade Soldier Field on Sunday. The A's were gunning to extend their record home winning streak to 15 games as they took on the Angels.
Well, it's heart and determination. That's probably the best way to describe Ozzie Guillen's 2008 Chicago White Sox. It's a team with a never-say-die attitude, a team that just absolutely refused to quit. Bears head coach Lovie Smith called yesterday's wild 48-41 win over the Vikings a track meet. In fact, the last time that the Bears scored this many points was back in 1986 during the Mike Ditka era. And so, with much anticipation, training camp officially got underway here at the Berto Center. Chicago is indeed a world-class city, ready to make a realistic bid as the host of the 2016 Summer Olympics.
Here with Mark Burley, the man of the hour. Outstanding pitching performance tonight. Your second shutout of the season.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without the defense.
Lou Piniella and company accomplished something that this franchise hadn't done in a century, win back-to-back divisional titles.
Thanks a lot, guys. We're here with Sammy Sosa. A tremendous day, a very memorable one for you.
Yes, it was unbelievable. One of those days that, we can most strong is being paid off.
Well, Sammy, you remind me of a superstar, and you've been doing it. You red hot, continued success, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's been Sammy Sosa. Let's send it back to the studio. The young Rays completed their unlikely run to the pennant by knocking off the defending champion Boston Red Sox in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. We begin with a wild finish in Chicago between the Cubs and the Rockies in a game that is a never-ending reminder that it's never over until it's over. National League Player of the Week, Alfonso Soriano and the Cubs amazingly pulled it out when it appeared that there was little hope. We go to Wrigley Field for this one. Pick it up in the bottom of the 8th inning with the Cubs on top 7-3. Mike Fontenot rips a Jorge Julio pitch down the left field line. Ryan Theriot crosses the plate. Fontenot would go 5 for 5, and it was 8-3 Cubs. Top of the 9th, Scott Air facing Todd Helton. Helton goes opposite field with a double to left. Kaz Matsui races home, and the Rockies cut it to an 8-4 ball game. Bob Howry relieves Air, and the Rockies' Garrett Atkins lines a single to left. Matt Holliday would score, Helton going to third, and the Rockies just kept on coming with nobody out. Next up, Brad Hopp rips another single, this time to right field, as Helton scores and the Rockies trail it only 8-6. The nightmare continued for the Cubs as Troy Tulowitzki goes deep, reaching the left center field bleachers with 2 on for a 3-run shot. The Rockies stun the Wrigley faithful and take a 9-8 advantage. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, 2 out. Pinch hitter Coy Hill comes through. He singles to left. Runners on first and second as Jacques Jones comes in to run for Rob Bowen. Next batter, Ryan Theriot grounds one to second. It looks easy. Kaz Matsui can't come up with the ball. Everybody's safe, and the Cub fans are going wild and hoping for a miracle. That would set the stage for Alfonso Soriano with the bases loaded. He delivers in dramatic fashion with a single to right center. Jones flies around to score. Hill scores the game-winning run as the Cubs would come back to win it by a final of 10-9 in the most exciting victory of 2007 so far.
It's a great comeback.
The Latin invasion of the major leagues has gone big time. The White Sox Latin connection is anchored by 3-time All-Star and Venezuelan Maglio Ordóñez. Sandy Alomar and Jose Valentin are proudly from Puerto Rico, while Panamanian Carlos Lee and Cuban-born Jose Canseco give the Sox a Latin flair.
10, 15 years, a lot of Latins have opened more doors for the Latins and minorities coming to Major League Baseball. And you know, there's been since then, since I've been in the league 15, 16 years, a lot of great Latin ball players come and gone.
In Latin America, I think baseball is one of the biggest sport for us. I mean, it is in Puerto Rico, and I bet you it's in Dominican and Venezuela. You know, those places, baseball is the #1 sport.
It's been 50 years since a young White Sox shortstop and Venezuelan native Chico Carrascal broke the barrier and became the first Latino to play in the All-Star game.
I opened the door for those guys, you know, like Aparicio, David Concepcion, Ozzie Guillen, Omar Vizquel. A lot of guys, you know, the young guys that when they start playing the little leagues, they want to play shortstop.
Carrascal will be honored at the Midsummer Classic, and he'll be joined by Mags Ordonez, who continues the legacy of great Venezuelan players.
Chico was the first one, you know, it's very, you know, it's from Venezuela also, and I feel very proud for him. Yeah, I know he's going to be there, and, you know, it's awesome.
The White Sox have a storied tradition of Hispanic players like 7-time All-Star and Cuban great Minnie Minoso, to Venezuelan Hall of Famer and 10-time All-Star Luis Aparicio, who won 9 Gold Gloves during the Go-Go Sox era. In 1985, Ozzie Guillen continued the Venezuelan shortstop tradition. Ozzie was a 3-time All-Star and Gold Glove winner who played the game with lots of pimienta, or flair.
I play for the fans. You know, obviously that's what's my career, but I like to have fun with the fans. I like to make the fans enjoy the game.
Hall of Famer and Puerto Rican legend Roberto Clemente was once among the few Latin stars in the big leagues. Today, 30% of this year's All-Star teams are Hispanic.
You see a bunch of guys now, you know, even make it to the All-Star team. And all around baseball, you know, every year, you know, the numbers go up and up.
There have been many Hispanic All-Stars over the years, but only 7 Latinos have been enshrined in baseball's Hall of Fame. When you consider all the present Latin talent, there's no doubt that Clemente, Aparicio, and Perez will have plenty of company in Cooperstown in the years to come.
There's a lot of players that are going to be in the Hall of Fame that are Latin players. You know, the Push Rodriguez, Robbie Alomar, Juan Gonzalez, guys like that, Manny Ramirez. Those guys are going to be there, and those are the guys that many years from now you're going to say are going to be like those guys.
Lanzamiento para Sammy Sosa, batazo por el lado derecho, se va, se va, se va. Adiós, pelota, home run. I'm John Morales for the Chicago Sports Report. And welcome back to the show. I'm John Morales. As you know, baseball is our national pastime. It's an American tradition. In fact, they first played ball at this venerable baseball shrine, Wrigley Field in Chicago, way back in 1914. But why has the game been described as a metaphor for life? And what are the lessons that baseball teaches on and off the field? The Friendly Confines was the opening scene where I talked to some major league players and coaches who understand why the game of baseball echoes the game of life.
From its earliest days, our nation developed a love affair with the game of baseball. Our national pastime has produced timeless memories and has become a part of Americana. Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, Roberto Clemente. These are just a few of the legendary heroes who are forever etched into the heart and collective memory of our nation.
Yeah, baby. Go, baby! Go, baby!
But in its essence, baseball is a kid's game, a game that has inspired many to dream of playing in the majors one day. It's a game loved by millions of fans of all ages. Baseball is also a Sandlot school of virtues, as it teaches much more than just the fundamentals of hitting, fielding, and throwing.
1, 2, 3, hit, run, score!
The game teaches many valuable lessons about real life, from the little leagues to the big show, the major leagues. Yes, baseball is truly a metaphor for life.
There are good times, there are bad times, there are good days, there are bad days.
You know, some days you can look like the worst player on the face of earth, and then the next day you can go out there and play well.